Classroom A, and we have a Snoopy theme going on in our room. This is my 8th year teaching for Head Start, and I absolutely love working with my littles and watching how much they grow and learn over the year. Um, this is Miss Mara, and she is 2.5 years with me, and she can tell you about her.
My name is Miss Mara. I'm the assistant teacher in Classroom A, and like Miss Pam said, I actually started out as a floater. I was substitute teaching, and things worked out. It was a good fit. So I've been here a little over 2 years.
Okay, so this is our dramatic play area where children get to practice everyday living skills. We have a refrigerator and stove, table and chairs, so they can play just like they are at home. Lots of friends like to make food and serve it to their friends at the table. We also have our chairs set up where friends will be allowed to play with iPads and talk to each other just like they would if they were at home on their couches. In our everyday living, we have our birthday wall. So every child will get a candle with their name on it, and we write their birthday, so we make sure we celebrate their birthday because that's a very important part of being in school. And we'll come up here and go on to their birthday cakes. Over here, we have mailboxes where we will keep all of our important drawings and work that we do. We usually send home everything in the mailbox once a week unless there's a special deadline. Your child will get a plastic folder that we put all of their important papers into. We ask that you return that empty every week so we can get it ready for you the next week.
So I'm in the Science Center. We usually try to color coordinate, so all of our bins for science are going to be green right now. We do have our sensory table. We were not able to use it last year, but we're going to this year. We might do things like putting beans and corn in it for fall. We might put cotton balls in it, different things for winter, so they get to play with different tactile things. We haven't filled this up, it's only our first day back, but we do different things so that they'll get to experience, doing some science projects, maybe things with magnets, stacking things.
On this side, we have the I Can Build, where we'll have puzzles, and it's magnetic, and they can put the magnets together to make different shapes and different objects. Maybe it might be different animals, just depends on what we're studying at certain times.
We do have our cots in the classroom. There is a rest time every day for about an hour. We already have the cots, and we do have blankets, so we don't need any other things brought in for rest time for the kiddos. If they are still using pull-ups, we do ask that you bring in a couple of pull-ups with them, and everybody should have a change of clothes. I guess that's it for that. We do take rest time usually after lunch. And then we've also got our blocks center. So we've got some foam blocks and some wooden blocks. We will have some kind of Lego blocks as well. There are usually some cars in this area as well, so we've got little people that they can play with and make a community, so they can work on their building skills.
Okay, this is where we will do our circle time, our learning, our dancing. I think it's probably the kids' most favorite time of the day because they get to jump. We like to jump because we get exercise with them. We also have what we call our giant iPad. It looks like a giant TV to the kids. We'll put music up here that they can dance to. We have games. Probably the most important thing is when they come in the mornings, they will have something that looks similar to this, except that we'll have a home over here and it will say school over here. They're going to find their picture and drag themselves from their house over to school. And then this becomes a math lesson later on where we talk about who came to school, how many friends are at school, how many friends stayed home from school. We write our numbers, and they find numbers on a number line. So we do a lot of learning with this board and different programs that we have on it. Also, the kids have a bookcase over here where there's going to be a lot of stories that pertain to our themes. So at quiet times or times in between moving from centers or tables, they can get a book and sit on the carpet and look at it quietly with a friend. Okay, this is the area where we'll be working on math skills. The children have lots of things in here like patterning beads or number puzzles. We do have some blocks, and then we also have some puzzles that deal with feelings and emotions out right now. So we change these out based on our theme. We try to keep it as interesting as possible. but a lot of times they'll find Legos in here or things that deal with math. Usually we'll have all of our numbers up on the wall, and there'll be, what's that called? The charts, so they can actually count the number of spaces. They have little circles put in that helps them make the connection between the number and how many objects make that number. Right next to this is an area that we call our safe place. This is an area that we use throughout our organization where it helps children calm down if they're having an upset day or they're feeling kind of lonely. They can come over here and take a couple minutes to calm. It's different than being in a timeout because they're still participating in our class and they can still see us, we can still see them. But when they feel the need to actually calm themselves, they'll come over here and take a quick breather. We sometimes will sit down with them and talk to them about what's going on to try to help them work through their emotions. Or sometimes they just want to be by themselves and they'll sit in their little cube, calm themselves down, and then join the class when they're ready.
This corner of our classroom, we're going to have several different stations. We've got our art station, which is kind of spread around here. We will have Play-Doh. We've got some mats for Play-Doh, and then they've got tools, things that they can use with the Play-Doh. We'll have different things, feathers, pom-poms. We've got some stampers down here on the bottom. They will also have their own art bins where they'll have things like chalk, markers, crayons, so they can be creative throughout the day. We luckily have our hand washing station. We have an easel over here so they'll be able to hopefully paint. We weren't able to do that last year. We also have our little writing center, so we've got a little desk here, so if they want to sit down, we'll have some paper for the art and for them to sit down and do some writing if they want to make a picture or if they want to write a letter to mom and dad that they can bring home, something like that. We've also got some little dry erase paddles so that they can write on there as well.
Okay, with the issue of COVID, in case anybody's concerned, we want to make you rest assured that we have sinks in our classrooms. We keep it stocked with soap and towels. Our children wash hands continuously from the time they come until the time they go home. They wash when they first get here. They wash before their meals, after their meals, after they touch any common surface that other children have touched, after we've played outside, and even before they go home to you, they wash their hands. Generally, we have a number line on the floor that our children line up on, and while it helps them learn their numbers, it also learns how to helps them learn how to take turns as they move step by step to wash their hands.
So our students will have two different kinds of work that they'll be responsible for. We will have in-school jobs, things like recess helper, center time helper, and they'll each get jobs that they do every day to help us in the classroom. There will also be homework that will be going home in kind forms, and when they bring that back, they will get a coin, so they get paid for doing their job. And then they get to take the coin home and color it, and then when they bring it in, we put the coins up on the wall, so each student will get coins over the course of the year. We were just discussing that we're probably going to give them coins for doing their in-class jobs as well.
Okay, this section of our room, we have a family wall where we hang pictures of our students with their families. Miss Mary will hang a picture of her and her family, as well as myself and my family. What we like to do is we give every student a heart, and we ask that you take a picture at home of you with your child or your whole family with your child, and that picture will get put in the middle of this heart, and then we'll have it hanging on our wall with Snoopy holding on to the heart. Your child can decorate this heart however they want. They can use markers, stickers, glue Cheerios to it. We don't care. We just like them to make it their own and then leave a place for them to put that picture that you take. We also have done, because our room is Snoopy oriented, we have made cartoon pictures of Miss Mara and myself. So we will be making cartoon pictures of all of our students this year and hanging it with Snoopy next to the heart. Okay, well, we hope you enjoyed looking around our room. You'll know you're at Classroom A when you see Snoopy on the door and Snoopy's welcoming you. He and Woodstock both have their masks on because they're being safe from COVID, and it's a friendly reminder that we need our mask on to come into the room. And we can't wait to see you. We are excited to have all of our students back this year, and we can't wait for a great year.
We're looking forward to seeing you soon.
Bye, see you in a couple days.